Hello and welcome back to Story Garden. Today I am delighted to join by a Purple Ambassador, somebody who has been writing books and created a superhero in the space of disability, who has walked on the ramp, a model and a celebrity. And today what we are talking about is about a lot of times when we face rejection, we get disappointed, we get little dull, get that dejection feeling. But Chaitanya has actually overcome all of that and used that discrimination, quote unquote, discrimination as a springboard for him to move forward and reach different heights. That's what we are going to talk today. Chaitanya, thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and please tell us the story.
So first of all, thank you so much for having me, Moses. It's a pleasure to be here. So talking about discrimination, rejection, I would say that I always follow a motto in my life, which is try and never give up, because every effort counts. So, in my life, there are many instances where I have almost given up, but then suddenly something happens and I get motivated again, and then the things get better and be on their best level.
Yeah.
So one instance which I want to share with all of you is कि as a person with CP, मुझे बहुत सारे schools ने reject कर दिया था.
Yeah.
When during my schooling days, because I was a person with CP, I was a person with disability, and I was a person with dyslexia.
Yeah.
उस टाइम पे डिसलेक्सिया के बारे में या डिसेबिलिटी के बारे में इन जनरल उतना अवेयरनेस नहीं था. So
and also CP meaning cerebral palsy.
Cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
So I got rejected by many schools, and मेरे पेरेंट्स ने उस चीज़ के लिए बहुत फाइट किया. एंड इनफैक्ट बहुत सारे इंस्टांसेस तो ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे मेरी मदर को अच्छा नहीं लगा, द काइंड ऑफ लैंग्वेज द प्रिंसिपल यूज्ड एंड द काइंड ऑफ बॉडी लैंग्वेज दे यूज्ड व्हेन रिजेक्टिंग मी. सो बहुत बार मेरी मदर रोते रोते प्रिंसिपल के कमरे से बाहर आई.
There's a lot of stigma around cerebral palsy. A lot of time people don't understand. People mistake them because of the jerky movements or a speech, impairment sometimes, or slurred speech. People think it's like intellectual disability or something else, right? A lot of times.
Yeah. But I'm happy to share that in सब के बावजूद I scored a distinction in my 10th class. Wow. And it got covered by many media, outlets. And also, owing to my disability advocacy, in 2023 I was invited by US world's most prestigious leadership program, which is called IVLP, International Visitors Leadership Program, where they call renowned leaders from all over the world. So as a emerging disability leader, they called me, and during that program, Harvard Law School, Cambridge, invited me to attend a lecture at the school. So मैं बस आपके ऑडियंस को यही कहना चाहूँगा, एक बार सोच के देखिए कि जिस बच्चे को बचपन में बहुत सारे स्कूल्स ने रिजेक्ट कर दिया, इंडिया के बहुत सारे स्कूल्स ने रिजेक्ट कर दिया just because of his disability, and they didn't see the potential inside me. आज उसी पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटी को, उसी बच्चे को उसकी डिसेबिलिटी के बेसिस पे हार्वर्ड लॉ स्कूल ने खुद बुलाया कि आप आओ हमारे यहाँ पे यूनिवर्सिटी में आके लेक्चर अटेंड करो. तो इट वाज अ वेरी बिग थिंग फॉर मी, एंड इससे ज्यादा मेमोरेबल और फील गुड मोमेंट मुझे नहीं लगता कोई हो सकता है.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for sharing that, because I really like what you said very quickly. But it's about try, right? Because you never gave up. I think no matter what happens, I think I'm not saying discrimination is good, but a lot of times we do face discrimination at multiple levels. I think calling it out and standing up, I think, is important, but Also, what do you do with that rejection? That feeling that creates a burning sensation in you. And how do you use that anger, burning, the desire to do something to fuel you? I think that's what you did. I'm so proud, and I think I also wanted to mention this. Chaitanya today is actually working on, bringing as a collective for cerebral palsy. So he's working on that mission to make sure that more and more persons with cerebral palsy actually accept their identity, become visible. A lot of times they are not visible because all this stigma around cerebral palsy. A lot of times they themselves sometimes feel okay. I mean, kya hone wala? So, but I think you are doing an important work to scale that collective.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best and thank you so much for sharing. I want each one of you who is listening to this, please do share what have you done with the rejection that you faced in your life. It may not be as severe as what Chaitanya would have faced, but all of us in our life have faced, and I think what we do with it, I think is very important because that is what will define where we will be in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Please like the video, and if you like, and share with others so that somebody will find who is really in need of such videos. Thank you so much, and see you on the next episode.